Good morning and welcome for day 2 here at the truck show, the expo center. Getting ready to go in and do some more exploring today. See what kind of goodies we can find today, right? So I guess we'll show you guys. We're going to be entering in here by Skywalk. So we might have to do a little bit of walking in here, it looks like, before we get to the actual part where all the truck show is. But yeah, let's take a look, check out where we gotta go. A long distance up there, so let's head up there and see if we can find more good looking trucks that we might have missed yesterday. I want to just kind of show you guys the parking lot, like how big it is way over there. Tons and tons of parking over there. We got a good long walk to go. Get some good steps in today, that's for sure. There you guys can see that's where we came down from. Let's take a look. Ooh, yeah, we got WeatherTech over there. All kinds of vendors down there already. But that's not the trucks we came to see, right? Yeah, look at the amount of people in here today compared to yesterday. Just insane, eh?
Over there, far in the far, that's where we came in
yesterday, yeah. We didn't even go check out any of this stuff yesterday, so let's go down and go see some more trucks, guys. I'm pretty sure we missed some good looking ones yesterday. Entering Southwind, guys. Here we go. Let's go in here and see all of these beautiful trucks up here. Let's do some more filming inside of here today. We didn't do quite as much yesterday. Got some nice looking dump trucks in here. Ooh, yeah, they even got a Canadian flag up there. You guys see that? Mexican and Canadian. If you guys like the outdoors like we do, they got some outdoor stuff right there. Ottawa. Wow, let's go check it out. Well, guys, look at that. They're from Ottawa and they're telling you that it is a great place to live and work and play.
There's the maple syrup on there.
Yeah, maple syrup right there. And this is what Canada is known for right there. That white stuff. But we also do get a little bit of that. And yeah, I guess that TKTL trucking company looks like put this trailer in here, which is really, really nice. Glad to see some Canadian stuff in here. So yeah, let's continue on. What do you guys think of this beauty right here? Rotella. They got a nice looking Pete right here. Ooh, that's gorgeous. But I wanted to also show you guys this baby right here. Look at this little dragster right here. Oh, I guarantee you this thing is gonna make some power. Oh yeah. Oh, we got little calendars. They hardly ever have those anymore. Let me go show you guys on the inside a little bit. Ooh, look at that purple carpet in those seats. Oh my goodness. Even the steering wheel, it's definitely a newer kind of digital dashboard. Yeah, just showing you guys all on the inside. Even purple gear shifter ball, even for the brake application right there for your trailer and tractor brakes. Oh, I like that the way they have this pedal. That's neat. Yeah, even the side here, look at that. All nicely whitely done. That Peterbilt sign right there. Just an absolutely gorgeous truck. I love the purple and white and black. Just beautiful. You guys remember this white one? I was in this Volvo yesterday on my first day. And I told you guys this is right at home, right? So we never did go down this direction right here. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? How are you?
I'm doing good.
Oh, there you go. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Rudy here.
Eddie.
Okay. We met Eddie. Look at that. That's a nice color. Oh, yeah, that's a Kenworth. That's my style.
It's light, darker red than Trucking Review had.
Yes, it is. There's a Freightliner. Let's go on this Kenworth a little bit and let's just take a look and see what this looks like in here. All right, guys, let's go check out this beauty right here. Look at that blue color light in there. Ooh. Oh, this is exactly what I'm used to, guys. Kenworth. This is just the way my steering wheel is in my truck. Very, very similar setup. The truck that I'm currently driving, of course, it's nothing like this. Yeah, just like that. It's got a low pressure, air pressure warning on. Very similar seat is what I have. Except this back here. Mine doesn't come with beautiful ladies like that. I know, right? You show them the countertops in here. So
Yeah,
usually you can open that up.
Well, this is that's
a sink up
stove.
there.
Yes.
That's a stove.
Very deep, nice
Very,
deep sink.
very nice. I think Trucking Review's system was very similar to like this.
This is
and you can have
microwave.
like a strip of light underneath there. Microwave, cabinets, all kinds of. There's a little bit of plumbing up there. Controls right there.
There's the bathroom probably.
Yeah, this is the shower in here. Just kind of like we saw yesterday. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, just very similar.
This is for the toilet paper.
Yeah, so you got a mirror in there and everything. Beautiful, good sized fridge up here. Look at this bunk in here.
Table to eat, yeah.
Window to look outside.
Even more storage down here.
Probably, yeah. So this is the bed right here. So you can actually fold the table down and then you can lay that bed down and you got a full size bed. And then I like this that they have the lock on here for the fridge.
Yeah.
So the doors stay nice and closed so they don't come out. Same thing with the fridge down there. So yeah, let's go check out more trucks. I think I found another really beautiful looking truck right here. I'm not sure about the color itself, but I like the green accent on here with all the chrome. Oh my goodness, I tell you what, this baby is gonna have some serious power right here. Guarantee you that that is a cat with a dual turbo right there.
Made in USA, not China.
Yeah, right? I'm gonna take a picture of that real quick. I'm gonna send that to my son later on. He loves dual turbos or turbos on engines, and then with the chrome piping and everything. Oh my goodness, that is just gorgeous. Look at the interior of this beauty right here. Oh my goodness, there's a piggy head in there. Really, really neat dashboard, complete with the green accent. Oh, it's got a dual shifter as well. I don't know if I would know how to drive one of them, but hey, why not? What do we got here? You read what it says on the side there, on the door handle there. You see that? Right there.
Oh, notorious pig. Oops.
They got a pig head in there. You see that? And the
Dickerson.
oh yeah, I didn't even see that one on the seat there. But you see the floor there? They have a pig head in there. Really, really neat, eh? Let's go around to the other side and see if we can show you on the other side to see what it looks like from the other side. Even here on the back, look at that. They must love pigs. Oh,
maybe
that's
it's a
some
pig hauler.
nice straight pipes right there. Let's show you guys the bunk here a little bit. This is usually what a Peterbilt bunk looks like. They are fairly small, but I guess cozy, right? So let's take a look from this side here on what it looks like from the driver's side. You got the digital readout just like my truck has. Yeah. Very nice. Well guys, we found the area where the old classic trucks are still visible as of today. We got a Diamond T right here. Let's take a look at this one. I don't know what year this is, but wow, does that look nicely restored from the inside. Take a look, maybe you guys can get a date out of there. Maybe, maybe not. But take a look at the inside of that baby right there. Look at the gear shifter, the way the gear shifter is and all of that. You guys get a real good close look up. I don't want to touch anything in there really. I'll look at the dashboard, the way it was designed. Real old classic truck restored. Still the steel rims on the back, but very nicely restored, I tell you that much.
What is this?
That is the air tank.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, that's an air tank right there. That's a brand new air tank. Take a look at that. What is that?
Diamond
1967. Right there it is.
Diamond T, 1046.
Yeah. Paul
Hunsley
all
from
right.
Indiana.
Wow, let's check out these signal lights that they got on here. Beautiful color too, isn't it? I like to think so. So let's continue on going through here and show you guys this whole aisle full of old classic trucks that they have up here. Just about every brand that you guys can think of. Mack, Peterbilt, Freightliner, the usual Kenworths, and Peterbilt.
Look at
That's
these lights.
1977, 359. My wife wanted me to show you guys these old classic headlights that they got on here. This was very, very common on the older trucks, having a stick like that. It just kind of shows you where the edge of your truck is basically, and that's one of the reasons they do that, so put a little bit light or whatever on there. Then if you're looking from the driver's side, you know how close you are to something when that pole is up there. See, really, really good idea. They don't really make them like that anymore. Let's take a look at the inside a little bit. I really like the leather finish redone that they have done on there. Let's take a look at the dashboard. Look at that blue accent right there. That's the way it used to be with the Peterbilts. Really nicely chromed clocks and everything. Very, very nicely done. What is this? This looks like a Freightliner. It sure is. You can definitely tell, and it's one of the older ones that still has the split windshield. 1995 FLD 120. I've heard of FLD before. Just they definitely have aftermarket lights on there. This truck, I don't know if it's still in business or not, but let's check out this beauty right here in the old classic International right there. Number 1, he says on the side.
Kind of driving Paraguay, right?
Oh, way back in the old days, yeah. So this is the step where you get in. I don't know if we would be able to get in there. It doesn't look like it. And then you got a step on here. It was a very uncomfortable way of getting into the truck. I tell you that much, but they had a huge diesel tank for a small truck like this, eh? Like, where in the world would you be sleeping in this, right? Can you imagine back in the day? Or even something like that. That's very similar. I think that's 1 year older.
This is 1980.
Yeah, and this one is 1979.
The year I was born.
Yeah, the year the wife was born. So yeah, can you imagine having to sleep in one of them? But one thing is for sure, you would never really get cold in there because the engine is actually underneath your bunk. So that is really, really neat. Yeah, you're all good. So
Antiques collectibles.
Antiques collectible, eh? Uh-huh.
Looks like if that has a little, no, its bunk is just as big, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same size, yeah. Very good. This is the owner, right, for this one here? For the 79. So, were you a driver back in the day?
I was not.
You were not? You were a mechanic?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about this beauty?
Well, this guy here, I bought, let's see, when did I buy this truck? In 2019.
2019?
I started a restoration on it in 20.
Okay.
In 18 months. I stripped it down to bare wood,
Uh-huh.
repainted it. I did everything myself. Mechanically, the thing was really in good shape.
Yeah, it sure looks that way.
Put brakes on it to make sure it would pass the DOT
Yeah.
inspection. I only run it from all my own antique equipment
Okay.
because I collect antique International Harvester tractors.
I see.
So I really needed, I got a Mack. I always wanted one of these and I found it.
Nice.
So I restored it and now I'm going to show this.
What kind of engine does it have?
This has got a Cummins 350 small can Cummins.
Cummins, eh? Nice.
And then it's got a 9-speed transmission.
9-speed, eh? Nice.
I think it's got 410 gears.
410 gears? Okay. Nice.
I bought the thing. I'm the third owner.
Oh wow, third owner, eh?
It was a small trucking company in Chicago.
Okay.
And then I bought it from the Mennonite family. Delphi, the Cabover family.
Okay.
They're Mennonites. This was their spare grain truck.
Spare green truck, eh?
Right.
Wow.
So it was in extremely good shape. The paint was
Rough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mechanically, the thing was really good.
Oh, wow. Wow. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
My name is Rudy.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah. I'll give you my card here. And then,
Good time around the show.
oh, yeah. You can check out our stuff.
I absolutely will.
Yeah. There's a QR code on there, and then you can scan it. And
But it's been a real good truck.
oh, I bet these old trucks they just don't make them like they used to anymore, right?
You know, when we collected international tractors,
Yeah.
naturally I gotta have an international truck.
Well, yeah.
You know, when I come into a show.
Well, yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, I did the entire truck myself.
Awesome.
I've done a lot of painting and some
Yeah.
restoration.
The wife wanted me to show you guys on how these engines are back here. This one doesn't look nearly as nice as the other one over there. But yeah, this is where you actually check the oil on these old engines. This is where they used to have like insulation around there. I remember that. And the wife wanted me to point out if you wanted to do anything on this truck, you actually lift off the cab completely and then you have access to the truck. And look at all the room that you have in there to actually work on the truck. So if you lift up the cab, you have tons and tons of room in there to actually work on the truck itself. But yeah, interesting way on how you can check the fluid right here.
But if you leave any coffee or any drinks in there or any stuff in there, it will go all drive all upside down and you lift up.
Yeah, that or this is how they used to warm up their food. They put something right on the engine there.
Really?
Drive a little while down the road and you have a nice hot meal. Yep. All right, let's
yes, I know the
continue.
Black Betty.
Oh, there's a Black Betty right there, yeah. Take a look at that, eh? Yeah, we're gonna go alongside of these old classic trucks. This may not be a classic truck, but they had some really nice classic trucks. I've been, at first I went down here, took some pictures, and then I wanted to go down and video this whole thing yet, because we never did video this. This is a 1990 Mack superliner?
Superliner, yeah.
Yeah. So look at the heavy duty tires they got on there.
It's from Ohio. It's from Ohio.
Oh, look at that. From Ohio. That's a beautiful color though. I love this color. Like the two-tone, that's really nice.
Yeah. This
Want
one
it
is
to turn
leaking
around.
oil.
Yeah, I know it's leaking a little bit of oil there on the ground, but they'll take care of that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some pretty good straight pipes on this baby. So that's for sure. But yeah, let's go check out more of these beauties right here. Check out those Freightliners. Oh, that's a White liner, or Freightliner right there. A white.
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
That's the brand. That's what they used to be called. Yeah, so this old Kenworth up here, 1984 K-100C. That's what it looked like. Look at the lights. And just the same way how you gotta get into this truck with the steps. Used to be like that. Very uncomfortable. I remember those days. Not that I ever driven one. I was still a young boy when that truck was around. But yeah, you can see the big engine back there. You see the transmission right there. There's the air filter right back there. What do they got on here? Oh, some information about the truck and all of that stuff. Nice. They did a very good job on the paint. Fortunately, you can't look inside, I guess. We don't want you looking in there, which is all right. This one looks like it's open. So let's go take a look at this one. This is a 72. Yeah, this is 72 White Freightliner. So that's what it is. Oh, another one from Ohio. There you guys can see the name. Some information, the DOT number. See, now you can kind of see how you gotta climb in here. And they got the step right there. So you gotta step on there and then you can get in here. Look at the really super thin door. That's why they used to call them freight shakers, because they're super thin. You got no insulation in there whatsoever. take a look at the very narrow cab and little room you have in there. You got the gear shifter right there, and that box that you see right there, that's where the engine is underneath. Oh wow, they actually have a really old classic CB radio right there. That is a very nice CB radio. Those used to get out really, really super far. Let me see if I can show you the bunk in there a little bit. I sure can. Yeah, let's take a look on the back here. See if we can even see anything in there. Oh yeah, you guys can. You can see the engine right there. Got the oil filter and diesel filter and all of that stuff in there. So yeah, absolutely. Look at the cab, diesel cap right here, the way it's designed from back in the day. Very, very interesting. But they even have a gauge in here. Really old style, but that's the way it was. Oh yeah, I remember those tires. These tires are super dangerous usually to change them. The tire, like this is not quite as bad, I think, as what they used to be, but
is this cast iron?
yeah, that's completely cast iron. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, heavy duty. But yeah, they used to be a pain in the butt to change them. We got another one right here. This is another White Freightliner, yeah, 1979 FLD 104 Bob Pete. Yeah. Bob Pitt, Alabama. There we go. Oh, they got a cowboy boot right there. Check out this baby. Oh, this one looks much nicer, I would say. They still have everything nicely intact right there, and they put a little bit of an aluminum column around the steering shaft and all of that. Yeah, very nicely done with everything. Look at the gear shift and everything. Just very, very nicely done. Trying to show you guys the gear shift. There we go. Now we got a better angle. Oh, take a look at them knobs right there. That's how they used to do it back in the day. They also have a CB radio up in there. Really, really nice. That's the way to do it from back in the old days. Yeah, I love that train horn right there. I used to have one underneath my Volvo, just like that. I bought that baby at the Iowa 80. You got the big air intakes right there. Take a look at that. That is really neat. All right, now we're getting to the beautiful Peterbilt section of the show. This is an old classic one right here, guys. What a beauty, eh? This is more just a day cab, but it is a super long wheelbase, and I love the way these look. The lights, the way they had them back in the day, all chromed out, just absolutely gorgeous. I love this paint scheme right like that. They have the lights right there on the air intake. Just gorgeous the way they designed these. Look at the super long wheelbase. They got to have the fifth wheel like pretty much on the rear axle already. Just gorgeous, isn't it? Even the paint job all the way around, that just looks so nice. Look at the air tank, diesel tank right here. Just gorgeous. Yeah, they got quite a few Peterbilts up here. So let's go take a look at some of those other ones right there. I really like that one there as well. I love the paint scheme on this one here. That's gorgeous, isn't it? I love the way they got these color schemes on here. Look at that. Is that not nice or what? Ooh, these are all the clear lights. Like they should have them on here at the show, man. That would look so nice having those lights on. Oh man, I love that style of wheel lug nuts and everything, chromed, decked out. Oh, this is a newer style headlights already. The low beams are LED. We have the same style headlights on our truck. Yeah. Oh, look at that stainless steel look on the fender. I didn't even see that before. That looks pretty interesting. Pretty neat, doesn't it? That looks a bit of a newer style right there. Not sure that that's my cup of tea, but this is the old classic style Peterbilt right here. Just the way I like them. Oh, that's a 3-axle. Oh yeah, this is the one that I used to see all the time, especially cattle haulers would use this kind of stuff with the wing on top there, so that way the wind will go over a trailer and stuff like that.
Still look interesting.
Oh, that's LED lights as well. That's a newer style headlights as well. Those are very interesting lights, but very good, very good and bright. This is the old cat engine in there. That's the real deal right there. You see, this is the idea. So that way the wind splits, goes up, and it pushes the air above the trailer, so it doesn't scroll in between the truck and the trailer, right? Yeah. Just the way. Oh, look at that! They got a chicken.
Oh, rooster.
Yeah, a rooster right up there. Oh, even up here on the fender, they got a wind split right here. You see that? But this is the traditional cat engine right here. This is a really, really good engine. They got a twin turbo here as well. It's pretty common on, especially on the newer cat engines. They have the twin turbo. Well, he did a good job here with even the bolts and everything are custom right there. That's really interesting.
They have a radio system in there.
They have a radio system in there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a big radio system right in there. Let me see.
TV up there.
Check that baby out right there, guys. That's a nice setup. Even right down there with the clock and dashboard and everything. Might want to go check that out from the other side, see what that looks like.
Speakers in here.
They got speakers in here? Oh yeah, I do see some speakers in there. You guys see that right down there? This is definitely somebody's home that drives in this baby. Got a power outlet right there so you can plug stuff in. That is the owner probably. I remember having one of them stickers. I used to be a member as well. OOIDA. This is the beauty of the old classic Peterbilt. Look at that interior right there. This is that same truck, it's just from the driver's side. And you can see the beautiful light reflection on all that chrome and the beautiful dashboard. So that is just gorgeous right there. Look at all the knobs right there. You can't quite get to it. Yeah, there we go. All the beautiful knobs and chromed everything. Everything is nicely chromed out. And look at that floor. He did an amazing job on that floor. Oh yeah. That is definitely a proud owner right there, that's for sure. I wanted to come back to this one because my buddy is a big Dodge fan, and this is a Dodge semi-truck. Look at that baby, right there. Single headlight. Let's check out this baby right here. Oh, I see a heart right in that cab right there. Jackson Mitch or something like that. Ooh, look at the chrome on this baby. That's just a reflection on the door right here. You guys see that? That's just a reflection. Man, let's get in this thing here. Looks like we can. So let's take a look. I wanted to show you guys the beauty in here. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? Well, it's got a nice newer shifter and everything in here. Red accent on everything. Look at that Dodge floor mat. Let's see if we can look in the back there. It's quite dark. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful Dodge truck. Look at this window looking out of this on the hood. Got some of those things in here. All right, we took a look on the inside. So this is looking from the back here. There on the side they have the heart as a window, and that is a beautiful verse right there. You guys can read it there. The wife pointed it out to me. Absolutely beautiful verse. They got another one up here.
1975 Dodge Bighorn in memory of David Sercombe, hand painted by brush fire.
Oh wow, very nice.
Exhausted
Everything chromed out.
Yeah, did you see the window? It's a heart-shaped
Yeah,
window.
I saw that. I pointed that out to them, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got an old International 1935 C30, all decked out in black with a wooden box in the back. Looks like all nicely restored. There's even wood on the floor. Red floor paddles. Look at the speedometer. That's a really interesting one. Let's read up on this story a little bit.
Look at this. This is the same guy, 1983 and 2024. That's interesting.
Wow.
By
Looks
the
like they
same
got
car.
the truck certificate purchase title probably right there, 1937.
Wow.
Maybe this is the purchasing title.
Year model 1935.
Oh yeah, so that is, yeah, so that might just be the certificate of purchase probably when they originally bought it. So it's a 35 model. Maybe they bought it late. But yeah, so my wife was saying that was is that the original owner?
That must be.
That's possible, yeah. Wow. Owner and registered by Jack.
And Diane Caldwell, Falmouth, Kentucky.
We got a little bit of a story right here too, so you guys can read through that if you want. Pause it if you need to, so you guys can read through that. Very interesting story. Oh, that must be one of the original. No, that looks like a 51. Kentucky Farm 51. So it's probably a 1951 license plate right there. Anyways, let's show you guys the wooden box back here. Yeah, see, they got the old classic rims again, like that I was talking about there. They're very dangerous to change tires on. Very nicely restored box right here. So this is how you would transport stuff back in the day, you know. All right, this lady says she's ready to do some drag racing up here. No, I'm just kidding. She's probably just busy texting, doesn't even notice that we're filming. But yeah, this is the type of dragster that me and Jukebox watched at one point in our life. And here you can actually get a real close look up at the seat, the engine right there. Take a look at that beauty right there. Could you imagine having to sit in that? I think it's a ladies' dragster vehicle right here. See these tires? That looks like brand new tires on here. Does not look like they've ever done a dragster on this baby, but yeah, that is a very powerful engine. I can tell you that much. They go very fast. All right, let's continue on. It's starting to get super busy in here. Ooh, I see some t-shirts right here. We want to try and get us some t-shirts yet. So let's see if we can find some goodies. All right, guys, we are calling it quits for the truck show, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, we done walking around. It's such a big place. I think we got some good footage here on day 2 and all of that. So
A couple of 2 hours more and it's starting to
get crowded in here.
very filling up, yeah.
So we are going to go somewhere else. Very interesting. So we'll show that probably on our next video coming up. So I guess we want to thank you guys for watching. Stick around for more good content to come.
Please share the videos.
Yeah, leave a comment and like, all of that good stuff. With that being said, we'll call it a day for the truck show. That's the end of it. Head out somewhere else. Some good, interesting views there. So thanks for watching. We shall see you on the next one. Later.